Hi, I'm Casey with Eurasian Auto Service. I'm sitting here today with my good friend Andre, who I met through the Porsche Club at a Porsche Club event. I think
it was about 2 years ago, and it was PCA Christmas party. And when I met you, I mean, we sat down, we talked about cars, about Porsches, and it seemed like you were a very sound-minded individual that loved cars. And later on down the road, I had several issues with my local dealership. And unfortunately for me, or unfortunately for them, I decided to go elsewhere to hand off my business, and so I tried to give it a shot. And based off that, I mean, the amount of service and attention that I received, I mean, it was superior to anything that I had ever received from my local dealership. So
that's definitely appreciated. We're an independent Porsche service provider, and we don't really have any ties with Porsche, but that's all we deal with is Porsche. And you came from a long distance. You came from
about 100 miles away.
100 miles, wow. And then recently, Andre had engine failure. He has a Boxster, and and that can be a good hit when you don't expect that. And so he was struck with, what do I do? Do I replace a car? Do I fix the one I have? What do I do? And so we tried to walk him through that. We worked up prices of he had a good idea what his car was worth, and how much it's going to be to fix it, and but there's a special bond that goes between an owner and his Porsche, and most of us that have experienced that. When you don't have a Porsche, you sure miss it. But anyway, so we talked about, we worked up an estimate for it, and called around, got him the best deal, and and we tried to also keep him updated as well. And what do you think about the update process? How do you like that?
I mean, just like you said, I mean, basically you formulated a plan and you stuck to it, and I was very pleased with it. And if it wasn't you calling me, giving me an update, I would call you sometimes, bug you from time to time, just kind of figure out what's going on with the car. And as far as like say, even if it was like at my local dealership, I wouldn't receive that, And as far as like you going above and beyond, as far as you making the extra YouTube videos when I asked you to say, is there any way, because you're working the car, sight on the scene, and there's no way that I can come up here to see it, not on a daily or weekly basis. And so the videos really help as far as me interpreting what I was going to receive when I got the car.
That's good. We enjoy making the videos. It's always a lot of fun, especially for somebody we know like Andre. When he had engine failure, we know the car. We service the car regularly. We know the car's well maintained. The maintenance is kept up with. So, unfortunately, the engine failure was not something that he had part of. It's not something, he didn't neglect the car. And then we looked at surveyed, doing upgrades, doing a 3.6 in the car, stuff like that. And the best decision at the time was to go with the 3.2, but we did go ahead and do a few modifications. We've done a muffler bypass, and we sent you videos on that. And and I love doing that. I do this because I love it, and and I like to see when he shows up. He's got a big smile on his face, and he's he can't wait to drive it. He's watched the videos, and he's just like, man, I'm excited about this. So not only does he get his car back with a new engine, but he gets an upgrade too. He gets better exhaust, or some kind of something that the reason you own the car is for fun. So it's we looked at and I tried to update you on additional repairs and stuff like that. You never know when you get in something, you get into something major mechanical like that. It's almost like heart surgery. There's going to be follow-up. That it's going to be, okay, how's everything going? Watch your gauges. Be careful when you get it back. If something happens, call me. And he has a direct line to me. He goes in here and says, hey, it's running hot. And it's 10 o'clock at night. You can text me. I'll get it. And I'll be like, okay, do this. Have it towed to the shop. Do that. I'm there. I'm going to handle it. So it's good. I'm glad that he definitely appreciates this. I'm glad that.
And like you said,
it's a good relationship.
It's all about you have a passion behind this. And so, if you do anything that you love, it definitely shows. And whereas, granted, this is work for you, but at the same time, this is a passion, it's a true passion. And I'm very happy, very satisfied with my car, and that's the reason why I continue to come up here, why I continue to drive 100 miles just getting an oil change. You know, it's everything about you, Eurasian Auto Service. I mean, it's the whole thing. You know, and it's the experience behind it. You know, and so and there's no, regardless of however many Porsches I own later in the future, I mean, I'll always send it to you. I mean, because of the experience that I've always received here. I greatly appreciate that.
Well, yeah, and we definitely appreciate the customer too, because that's the kind of customers I like to have. I like to have that bond, you know, that, you know, where they understand, hey, I'm just a guy that fixes cars. You know, I do it because I like it. Yeah, you know, that's the only reason I do this. If I didn't like it, I'd go do something else. Because, you know, I work harder doing this than I probably would doing a regular job. So, you know, you know, we enjoy what we do, and that's why we're here. You know, and it's good. You know, you develop a lot of good friendships with this too. So I'm glad you like your car, and I'm glad that that you know that the support that you know sending videos and stuff like that and keeping you. I mean, because that's the last thing you know is where's my car? What's going on? What's you know? I can understand. You know, and if we can do anything in the future, you know, definitely let us know. We'll be glad to do more. You know, so definitely appreciate it. Thank you.